today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, and it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The big fella, 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And, Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for only a couple. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 89 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They'll set up a throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win? They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2 yards on the pickup.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From just shy of midfield, Winston escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Play action now. Winston winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
He was brought down.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First down, Winston. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the gun, Winston. That's complete right around the 8. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
This will be caught at about the 6. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Again, it's Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Bengals, nothing.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
4-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DK Metcalf. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Winston sliding out of the pocket, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston, and Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On 1st down, Carson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Jameis to throw it. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help us.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fumble on the play. Recover it.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Taylor. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the... That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Dancing to his left. He'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 14 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You've got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, They are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
A first down throw for Winston. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Winston. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rolling to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Throwing, Winston. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up in Nashville. Buffalo in town to take on Tennessee. And at halftime, it's the Bills who are out on top. James Washington, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Antonio Brown on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
On the play.
And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well,
they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Winston now. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Winston. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
The ball carrier.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
9 yards.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and back. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
16 yards.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
They'll take over.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Bengals 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
16 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
They run the counter. Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here's Carson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the